I escaped Minecraft's hardest prison, the TNT prison. But how did I even get here? My girlfriend sent me a message saying to join her Minecraft server, so I did. As soon as I logged onto the server, she menacingly turned around and immediately killed me. But as I respawned, I was in the prison. She followed up with a message saying, I bet a loser like you wouldn't be able to escape my prison. So I just had to accept the challenge. I spawned in a tall bedrock room and was high enough to where if I fell, it would kill me. At the bottom of the room was a boat and an exit. And that exit was exactly where I needed to be. I started looking around and realized that the only thing around me that I could use was a crafting table right behind me. Obviously, a crafting table would not help me much, so I broke the crafting table to check if there was anything behind it. After breaking it, I realized there was absolutely nothing except for more bedrock. That boat was probably my only way of escaping this room, and I needed to get that boat somehow. After examining the room again, I realized that there was a hopper underneath me this entire time. When I opened the hopper, I found out that there was 6 bamboo and 2 string in the hopper. Then immediately, I placed down the crafting table again so I could see what I could craft with my new materials. While checking my crafting list, I found out that I could make sticks with bamboo. So I used all 6 of my bamboo to create 3 sticks. And then it hit me. If I could create a fishing rod with my 3 sticks and 2 string, I could pick up any dropped items or boats with my fishing rod and then pick them up. So all that was left was to create the fishing rod, connect this fishing rod with that boat, and then pick it up as it's up here so I could safely get down without losing any hearts. But before heading out on the mission, I had to break the crafting table because it needed everything that I could keep. All that was left was for me to connect my fishing rod with that boat so that I could launch it so high that I could get into it. I connected it on my first try, and all I had to do next was to throw it up and get into it as it was midair. And then, just like that, we got in the boat. I safely made my way down and then immediately went to the next room. I was greeted with a lava pool, and there was no way to get to the other side. And then as I looked to my left, I realized that there were 2 hoppers, but one was on the other side, and then one I could access. The one that I could access had 1 dark oak sapling, but I had no clue how that was going to help me get to the other side. And then I remembered, just like Poppy Dream did in his old Minecraft manhunts, you can use oak boats to jump over lava. So I know I had to give that a try. I collected the boat immediately and realized that I only had 1 try to get across this lava pool. I really needed to get to the other side, so all I had was this 1 oak boat and 1 jump. And if I missed this jump, I would die and lose to the prison. So I prepared myself, and I was ready for the jump. And then I went for it. I successfully made it to the other side and then accessed the hopper that I couldn't access before. Inside was 1 trapped chest and then another crafting table. So all I had now was a crafting table, a trapped chest, a fishing rod, and a dark oak sapling I had nothing to use for. I was greeted with a really long hallway, and all I had to do was go up, I guess. This is probably a good time to mention, you should subscribe! I got up to the top, and then all I could see was another room, a villager in the corner, and then a really mesmerizing drop. I walked over to the villager, and then I realized he had a really cool name. I accessed the trade with the villagers, and all that he had to offer was a magma block for 1 hay bale. And then I realized that with this hay bale, I could probably make that drop, so I had to keep that in mind. As I was looking down at the drop again, I realized there was another hopper here, so I accessed the hopper, and there was 3 sticks inside, so I took them. I made it to the other room, and the room was really big, with lava inside. Immediately, what I noticed was the bow on the wall, and then the weird thing on the ceiling. As I walked up and looked up, I realized that in the ceiling, there was a target and a dispenser right next to it, meaning that if I could get that bow and an arrow, I could shoot that target and something would fall out of the dispenser. There was no way that I could reach the bow, so I placed down a crafting table, and then I could access it. I collected my crafting table again and then realized there was another room on the right, so I went and checked it out. In this room, there was a furnace with 3 sand inside, a little water pool, a brewing stand, and then a cauldron. I thought that maybe I should use my materials to cook the sand, but I waited a little bit. I walked around and then checked if there was any hoppers or anything stuck inside the lava. I walked up to the lava pool that was on the ceiling, and I realized that there had to be something that was hidden. Under the lava from the wall, I realized there was a hopper with 1 arrow inside. And now that I had 1 arrow, I could use my bow to shoot the target that was on the ceiling when we came in. So I wasted no time and shot it immediately. The dispenser dropped me a magma cream, and then I knew that it had to be used for the brewing stand. So I went back to the room. I realized that the only thing that I could really do next was to cook the sand, so I did. I really thought things out, and I didn't think that the trap chest would be used for anything, so I used it as my first fuel source. After that, I used 1 crafting table to cook another piece of sand, and then I threw in my bow, because I didn't think I'd be using it anymore. After everything was done cooking, I had 3 pieces of glass, and then I placed down my crafting table to see what I could craft. The only thing that I could really make were glass bottles, so I did. With the 3 pieces of glass, I could make 3 glass bottles, and then immediately I collected water with these. I put the water bottles inside the brewing stand, but realized I needed a nether wart if I was going to do anything. So my next goal was to find 1 piece of nether wart, but it didn't seem like there was any pieces or any hidden loot anywhere. There was a hopper and hidden loot under this lava, So the only thing to assume was that there was more loot hidden under this piece of lava right here. And surely there was nothing. I ran back to the last room to see if I was missing anything, but I didn't notice anything. I went back to the villager to look at his shades again, but before I walked away, I realized there was a hopper sitting right on top of him the entire time. I accessed the hopper and there it was, one piece of nether wart. I quickly took the nether wart and ran back to the brewing stand. All I needed to do next was to put the nether wart inside the brewing stand and then get awkward potions, and then I could use the magma cream for fire resistance potions. I knew that it would make me 3 fire resistance potions, and with those fire resistance potions, the only thing that made sense was to swim inside that lava pool or the other one. So quickly I put the nether wart in. As soon as the nether wart turned them into awkward potions, I put in my magma cream so I could make my fire resistance potions. I also saw that I still had my dark oak sapling, but I had no clue what that was going to be used for. When the magma cream was finished, I had 3 potions of fire resistance with 3 minutes each, giving me lots of time. So, I drank this one immediately and jumped into this lava pool. But surely, there was nothing. So the only thing left to do was to get inside the other one. I already knew there was a hopper at the bottom, so I swam up. I swam up hoping for something, anything at all at the top. And then as soon as I got to the top, there was a hopper sitting right above me. I opened the hopper and there was 4 pieces of magma cream. On fire, I had no clue what magma cream was used for, so I ran back to my crafting table to see what I could make. Accessing my crafting table showed me that I could make 1 magma block with the magma cream, and then it hit me that the only trait that the villager had was for 1 magma block. So, I got the magma block, collected my crafting table, and ran towards the villager. I ran up to the villager, put the magma block inside the tray, and got my piece of hay bale. I examined the room one more time to find there was nothing that I missed, and then the only thing that was left was to jump down. So, I did. And I fell and survived on half a heart. And just in case, I used a hay bale to make bread so that I could regenerate my health. I ate my last piece to get full hearts, and then I collected my crafting table to head into the elevator over there. I walked up, and the only way to go was up. I got up to the top, and I saw the light at the end of the tunnel and realized that we finally escaped. We escaped the prison! Subscribe right now!